Hi YouTube. A lot of students might think that smart students always ace their exams, that they never have setbacks, and that they were just born this way. However, that is not true. Smart students too can fail exams. I'm sure you've heard of one of your friends who was quite smart but still failed an assessment, which might have made you quite shocked. Why does this happen? Aren't some people gifted? Maybe, but I have a few ideas on why this might be the case. The most important point on why some smart students can fail their exams is because they do not have an exam strategy. An exam strategy is just a strategy that transfers or applies all the knowledge that you have to the exam in the most efficient and effective way possible. When this application is not that efficient, you run the risk of failing your exam badly or not doing as well as you should be. All the way you were studying to begin with was already shit, so it does not matter how effective your exam strategy is. If you're curious on how you can find your exam strategy and get an effective exam strategy that can allow you to be as efficient as possible, and with that, when that paired with an exam strategy that makes you feel like your effort was not wasted in acquiring the knowledge in the first place with your study methods and how many hours that you've put through in learning the subject that you were having the exam on, you can check out my product at the description below, which is a study course that definitely has a exam strategy that I used in my own GCE A-level exams that I feel is that was most efficient and effective for me applying all my knowledge into the exam papers. And every single time I did an exam paper that was related to like physics, chemistry, or maths, I never got below a B for like half a year. And that was the 6 months leading up to the A levels. And I never got below a B. And that is not because I guess I was the smartest. It was just because I had an exam strategy that ensured that I was able to apply the knowledge every single time I did an exam paper. So if you're curious on how I use my exam strategy for my exams, you can check the link in the description below. Another reason why smart students fail is because though their knowledge of a subject is good, they do not know how to tackle novel situations. What do I mean? Novel situations are situations that the examiner puts to surprise you during the exam. It's something that you do not expect. And they do this because they want to see which students are the most flexible with their knowledge. And this shows like the skill level of a student. If you do not know how to do this well, it can lead to a downward spiral in the exam, which can lead to failure. Examiners are cunning motherfuckers. They want to make the exam as hard as possible so that they can find students who think on the spot. But what would be an effective way to overcome this? Not to keep mentioning the exam strategy, but having a reliable strategy or framework that you can rely on in every single situation in the exam helps a fuck ton. Most students just blindly do papers without optimizing for marks, which is one of the reasons why they can fail. Every mark in the exam paper is not made the same. Some marks are exponentially harder to get than others, and your exam strategy should allow you to get the easy marks first so that you can at least get the 60 or 70 straight away out of 100. And then with the rest of the time that you have in the exam, that can be optimized for the remaining marks and you will get your 80s and 90s. Lastly, some smart students associate their current grades with their skill level and assume that their grades depict 100% of their ability or knowledge in the exam. To conquer this mindset, you have to realize your grades are as such because of your skill levels in your study methods, your exam strategy, and how much you practice. When you focus on specifically what's holding you back, you get to be the guy who jumps back from failure way faster than everyone else. I teach all of these autistic ways on how you can dissect information from your worksheets in the Academic Comeback course. I don't mean to keep plugging it, but I found some of the best ways to study and focus on information that the exam tests, and I always manage to sift out everything that is not tested. That paired with the exam strategy and having a way you can efficiently apply all the knowledge that is tested in the exam the most efficiently is what most people don't do. Cheers.